It's been a busy Labor Day weekend for several school districts trying to resolve contract disputes before the start of school. Tonight, we've got some new information. We know that 2 local districts will not have class tomorrow. Teachers in the Rainier and Stanwood-Camano districts are on strike and classes are canceled tomorrow. Schools are also on strike in Evergreen, Battleground, Washougal, Longview and Tumwater districts. Meantime, Vancouver has reached a tentative deal. They will ratify tomorrow and school will start on Wednesday. The state's largest district, Seattle, reached a tentative deal on Friday and will also start on Wednesday. The Bethel district reached a tentative agreement last week and will also ratify tomorrow and start Wednesday. Schools in talks include the state's 3rd largest district, Tacoma. They met today. They will meet again tomorrow, but it sounds like a strike vote is likely there. Tukwila teachers and the district will meet tomorrow and could start school on time on Wednesday if an agreement is reached. That is a change from news over the weekend that the district would cancel school Wednesday. Puyallup, meantime, is still negotiating with the state mediator. They have hashed out everything but total compensation. North Shore will begin school on time. Its bargaining won't begin until later this month.
There have been a lot of questions about teachers' salaries and the raises following the McCleary decision. The state set aside $2 billion to pay for salary increases for the current budget, but that money does not get distributed evenly. It's based on a district's location, cost of living, and some other factors. Now, in Tacoma's case, that base salary from the state is about $73,000. The McCleary ruling adds 12% for Tacoma. So the new base salary is close to $82,000 per teacher. Now that's how much the district gets. And then the district doles it out based on a salary schedule.
Salaries for teachers are very formulaic and include that base salary, which covers part of a teacher's workday, plus local money called PRS for Tacoma or TRI money in other districts. Basically, it covers extra time, things like parent-teacher conferences, prepping classrooms, planning time. Outside of that schedule, teachers can earn more for things like serving on a committee, acting as an advisor, or chairing a department. This chart shows them combined, with an entry-level Tacoma teacher earning $45,500. Now, from there, the salary goes up based on years of experience and level of education. So a veteran teacher with a PhD can make almost $91,000, or double what an entry-level teacher does.
Now, remember, those were last year's numbers, and many teachers in other districts are seeing large pay bumps with the McCleary ruling. Keep in mind, many people have the perception that teachers have 3 months off per year, but in reality, some of the teachers I spoke with today say a lot of them work more than 8 hours a day during the school year, and most of them stay busy during much of the summer, either planning for the upcoming school year or taking classes in order to increase their pay.
And it's not just teachers negotiating for wages right now. Classified staff are at the table as well. So employees like paraeducators, clerks, bus drivers, they fall under the classified staff category. And also the McCleary decision affects their pay too. King 5's Vanessa Mashanya has more on that.
When Ed Engelbach opened up the Kitsap Sun Saturday, one question came to mind.
Where's our share? Where's our share?
Engelbach is a paraeducator and the president of the Bremerton BPEA, the local union for classified staff. He found out from the paper that Bremerton teachers will be getting a 22% salary increase. Classified staff there are still negotiating.
And if you look at also the rest of the articles in here, most of the teachers' salaries are double-digit for 2- and 3-year contracts. As classified staff, we've been negotiating since May. We've negotiated, I think, 5 times, have not reached any tentative agreement on compensation or salaries, and we think that we should have pay raises something comparable to what the teachers are getting.
He says classified staff won't strike because they're hourly and doesn't want staffers to go without pay. Instead, they're working without a contract until both sides can come to an agreement.
August 31st, 2018, which was just, 3 days ago, our contract expired. Contract still runs. We still honor the contract, and we'll keep negotiating, hoping to get something.
Public School Employees of Washington is the union that represents classified staff, and they tell me that with the McCleary decision, more state funding is going to classified staff statewide, but local funding is being taken away, so that state funding is being spread more thinly. As for Bremerton, they'll be going back to the negotiating table with the district September 26. In the newsroom, Vanessa Mashanya, King 5 News.
If you want to keep track of the negotiations and agreements, all you have to do is head to our website. We've got everything compiled right there at king5.com.